Sorry about this. I'm trying to find it. Didn't know this was a...
Still like poet with phone.
Yeah, I didn't know it was an unintentional comedy number, but I found it. Sorry about the awkwardness. I've never performed in front of an audience before, so... Thank you, Professor. All right, so this was written on October 26th, 2019. My first love was poetry. I discovered it through listening to the music of the Doors. Then eventually found William Blake, and that inspired me, so here I go. I am only a footnote in the company of other footnotes. The paper is fragile and yellowing. The ink is faded with the words now rendered unreadable. The page is mishandled and torn and at one point discarded. This in itself is a footnote among footnotes that make up a cobbled together collection of better yet accumulation. Knowledge or money not worth the paper it was printed on.
The last pickle. Chilling in my swill, the last lonely dill, left behind in my brine to await my time. I miss my chums, snatched from our patch, sent afar in a jar, mates awaiting fates. There was Tony, who went to a cheese and bologna. Chris found bliss in a ham and Swiss. Fritz chopped into bits and topped a Ritz. And Luna, who was soon on a spoon with mayo and tuna. Maybe it'd be better if I were bread and butter. I'm not a calamata, a zesty pepperoncini, or a fancy spear with a lot of spices. Until that day, I'm fished out, laid next to chips or sauerkraut, placed on rye or pumpernickel. I'll be a lonely dill pickle still.
But when given the chance to read poetry to jazz, you just gotta take it. This is a sort of work in progress. It was in form, but it wasn't working for me, so now it's not in form. And it's a love poem. Okay. And when we sit in cool fall air under fading warmth and fading life, I look at her, the sunlight casting its ancient life-giving gaze to her alone, it seems. The black lashes framing eyes made clear by the light fading from black to brown to a white gold flame at feathered ends. I sit, bask in her glow, and I think, what a beautiful world. And when we touch, slow, sweet, sticky, like drizzling honey, a hive of bees is busily building honeycomb between my ribs, just for her. They are buzzing, agitated, and my throat is closing. Flowers blossom and bloom in my belly. We are feverish spring and winter's homey hearths. There is something monstrous in us, and I think, what a beautiful world. And when she speaks, I cannot help but hang on every word, her voice that makes the grasses sway. Is it a breeze she speaks, or does the world beg to bend to her whims as I do? With her favor, the rabid dog would rest his head placidly in her lap, and with her anger, the fox to its den shyly slinks. Her voice is not bells, it is not lyric, it is the mighty thunder that shakes the house. It is the gentle rain that soothes my bruised soul. And I think, what a beautiful world. And when she leaves, it is the yellow teeth of a grizzly cleaving through the crimson flesh of a thrashing salmon. Oh, when she leaves, I feel my summer fruit rot and fall to feed worms. She is a wolf gutting a fawn. She is exactly what she is, horrible and hungry and so lovely it aches, just like me, and nothing more. And I think, what a beautiful world indeed.